Hey divas, I thought I'd say hello again. I have been speaking to a few people online. I'm listening to music. I'm taking care of Aria today, who's hiding down there, who's not feeling so great. Feeding her yummy vitamins, orange juice and herbs. And I was thinking about abundance and money a lot today. I went for a hike with my beautiful girlfriend, Joanne. And one thing that I want to share for me, hey, gorgeous Monique, is that money for me really, the vibration that I hold, the vibration for me is really around intimacy and connection. They're my highest values, to have peace, to have stillness, to have space in my life, to serve, to enjoy what I do, who I do it with, right? Hey, gorgeous ones. And for me, the feeling that I cultivate in my body, in my energetic field, really is one of love. I have even said to my students, when you feel like you can't even afford a latte, you don't want to get into that scarcity, that grabby feeling of needing the money. And when you show up online, own your voice, vibrate with the vibration, or attune to the vibration of whatever money it is that you want to receive, but you let love take over. You let your desire to serve take over, and you're then rewarded also for the service that you provide. It's like this beautiful avalanche, almost like a momentum of love comes into your life, because that's the vibration at which you've set your set point at. So of course you're just going to get more love and intimacy and yumminess back. So because I've learnt how to manifest more money, sometimes it just humbles me. I was in tears this morning speaking to my girlfriend about it, because really my highest vibration of my desire is for love and intimacy. And I feel that the more loving I have become of myself, and the more intimacy into me I see, and presence and self-acceptance of myself that I have, there's not like a block towards receiving, because I don't have any I'm always working on it. I'm always ascending to a higher dimension right now. As I grow my business more and scale, it's like, okay, I ask myself, what do I want? I don't know if anyone's mentioned anything or said anything. Hi to everybody. If you want to, I don't know, I'm not seeing any comments. I always ask myself, hey Monique, what do I want to receive? What am I receiving? What do I want to receive? Hello, Curti. And we can ascend through a level of gentleness. Really, I believe it's about coming back to the truth of who we are, which is divinity and holiness. And without that sounding woo-woo at all, the highest vibration that we can have for ourselves is love, right? And inviting women in to do the work that they need to do is part of our message, right? It's part of our revolution, to ask, to invite people to rise into their next level. And so I don't have any guilt or shame around asking someone to go to the next level if I truly believe in my heart and in full integrity of what I offer, that I can hold someone in a sacred realm for them to come closer to their own holiness, and to really tap into that energy of love for themselves, and in doing so then go on and pass it on to all the people that they're here to serve. I have no shame in that. I was speaking, actually, one of my beautiful students is here, and she was saying, why do you do such a short window around getting people to invest? Like, we raise our prices. And we're not doing that to manipulate anybody. Because of where I'm at in my work, people always have a choice. It is their choice to decide whether they want to work with us. But I don't like holding space for people's indecision. That's not why I'm here. I don't like doing it. It doesn't make me feel good. So people, we only give people a day or so before we raise the price. We're not doing it to harm anyone. We just do it because that's what feels good to me. It's my business, right? It's how I want to run my business, because I feel that so many women usually don't trust themselves, and then they get caught up in this whole kind of confused realm. And I'm not here for that. My role is to help women, whether it's a yes or a no, to work with me, to come into alignment with the truth of what they desire, right? So is anyone hearing what I'm saying here? It's like I'm crafting my business, my vibration and my business as an entity, and I'm here to honor and love myself and run my business in a way that feels good to me. And the people that resonate with my messages, they resonate with your message. There's no problem with any of the ways in which we run our business. People adore the way that we do things, are so happy with the results that they get, and that's also an invocation. When I'm talking about my own ascension and focusing on what I want to receive, I've also got to think about the transformation that my clients are going to receive, right? So I'm always invoking and focusing on the feeling and seeing them have incredible transformational experiences, because I can't really grow in my realm of what I'm here to contribute unless the people that I'm serving grow and evolve, right? And then I'm also learning more deeply that sometimes the less I do, the more they rise, and allowing people to have their own journey. I have a very quick energy. I have an issue around money, Sharon says. Lots of blocks, slows me down in progression. Okay, well, rather than saying I have a huge issue around money, right? Great awareness, by the way. Just start saying, I now love and adore money as an incredible divine healing tool. I now open myself up to radical divine receiving in every single cell of my being. I now release all cords, contracts, and obligations, vows of poverty from every single cell of my being as I allow the flow of money, love, and abundance into my life. Don't focus and punish yourself for whatever you believe that you're feeling. You can shift your entire reality. I was sharing with a beautiful homeopath today. I was getting homeopathics, hey Ruthie, for my daughter today. And we were talking about just saying one of the affirmations. She went and lived in a ute for years and has come back into her house. And she comes, I think, from a Maori background, and there's some sort of blocks for her. And I just said, but it's just about receiving, the hands, that money needs to come into the hands of the light workers, hey Lily, of the mystics, of the revolutionaries. It's a revolution to receive, because in receiving divine compensation for your work, my little hat that I bought, my burgundy hat, when Chris and I went out for my ponchos, thank you, or for his poncho, because Chris surfs and he doesn't want to, it's hard for him to get undressed, and so he can be nudie, and it's hilarious. I'm going, I hope the poncho's not too short, but the ponchos are really long, and he bought me one. I don't know where it is. Oh, here's my poncho. Okay. Hot pink, of course, with these blue, beautiful plants. I might go outside for a sec. Aria's got a bit of a cold. She's just there on the couch. Poor little boo-boo. Taking care of my one. And when I can go, someone said to me, the homeopath says, the vitamins are really expensive. The vitamin C is expensive. And so she suggested 3 products to buy. And I'm like, I don't care about the money, and I can afford it. I remember days when I couldn't afford it. I can go to going to the organic health food store and buying whatever I want over and over and over and over again. I think I'll probably spend $1,000 there this week. Makes me feel really rich because I have the money for my daughter. It's not the latest iPhone for me. It's not the next car model. It's none of that. It's to do for me. It's to do with nourishing my family. I've had my dad here, and I rented this beautiful house because he has a house at Byron Bay, but he's renting it out. And so I paid for this house. This house cost me $3,000 for the week, right? Not an issue. And I'm not telling you that oh, look at me. Oh my God, I could barely afford $40 for a babysitter to help me look after Aria. It's through. I'm doing potent fucking work. It's full on. I have put my heart and soul into my work. I bow down to this work, and I receive because of that work. It is literally holy, oh my God, it is incredible and amazing. And what I've created is a seed of where I'm going to go, right? A seed, because I want to serve and work with thousands of women around the world. This is a seed. And so what I'm doing in my business now is like I'm training up other coaches and other people to support me. And in doing that, you know, one of my coaches earns like over $7,000 now a month. And then I've got all these sales girls who are receiving and making money. I employ over like 15 people now, right? Well, I don't really employ them. They're all freelance. But, you know, it's not just about you when you're building an empire, right? It's feeding and literally nourishing all the people that support you. It's incredible, and it's only going to grow. Ruthie is one of my girls here. She's a beautiful divine healer, and she also supports my digital program, which is not really just digital anymore, because I've noticed that I don't do things like how a lot of other people do things. Like I was just saying to my girls in my Diva Mind, you can't do a 70% job and expect radical growth. You know, I'm not going to burn myself out. That's why I have other people on my team to support me. And I'm constantly downloading new ways, right? And Ruthie is one of the coaches she's gone through my program. And she's amazing. She also builds funnels. And if anyone's looking for a content manager, she's also one of my content managers. So she'll take my videos and write copy and load them up. She's awesome. Reach out to her and see if you can hire her before she gets booked out. But she's one of my girls in my digital high-end empire offer. And so what we do there now is we have live streams there as well, so that women, when they're feeling blocked or they have a question, they have someone there to hold that presence for them. And sometimes I'll pop in once in a blue moon, but mostly that part of my business is being run by Lisa and Ruthie, right? And then Chris answers one question a month on a recorded call. So I'm also sharing this with you in terms of structuring your business and your offers. You can scale. Like you hear these coaches say I only work a few hours a week. I don't work a few hours a week. I work much more than a few hours a week, but I probably work about 20 to 25 hours a week, and that's good for me because I love creating content. I love reaching out to my audience, but I'm not at people's beck and call. I do my live trainings in my Diva Mind. I have a few private clients, not very many anymore. Totally scaling that down. So I'm scaling that down as I scale my business up. And another thing that I've downloaded, which I'd really like to invite you to really tap into, is that, that you can really be 100% effective in what you're delivering without having to be there all the time. Like, so you do your work and then you can take the time for yourself to nourish, to restore, to recalibrate your own frequency, to download new content. So you can come in and off. So I go on and off social media all the time. So I just take the Facebook and Facebook Messenger on and off my phone because it's like, okay, I'm going to block it out now for 10 hours, then I'll come back on, then I give, send my love, put out my message, and then get off. That really works for me, because otherwise I know that, like a habit, it's like an addiction, I'll go to my phone. And I find that makes me feel like I have a fuller life, and then I feel that I can contribute more from a place of fullness. Hey Brenda, thank you. Yes, so Brenda's in our, I think that she won't mind me saying that Brenda's in our digital offer, and she gets lots of support there from the girls who are amazing. So that's all I wanted to share today. Just be mindful of the words that you use around your current situation. And just be mindful if you do go into a self-attack or a lower vibration. Just see it, witness it, say, I love you, I forgive you, I release this. And now I raise my vibration to a whole new level, of a deeper level of richness and love. And I think I was just saying to that homeopath that I met today, I was just saying, just chant, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. And what I mean by that is, yes, there's no shame in you should have riches financially. You should have riches emotionally and energetically. You deserve that. There's billions and trillions of dollars out there. Let's bring those dollars into the hands of those that are here to consciously serve, consciously create change, consciously bring a lot more love to the planet. Why should it be going into the hands of those that are wounded and ready to create destruction? So claim it. Claim that for yourself with complete and utter love. Receive the divine compensation because you deserve it. And there's no shame in it. The more money we have as light workers and the healers and the mystics and the visionaries, get that deep, the more healing we have to bring on to the planet. And then when you're nourished and full, you get to serve at a deeper level. It's not greedy or bad or wrong or harmful. In fact, having more financial flow, if you're a person that is here to bring love and beauty, you just give more. You don't give less. It allows you probably heard of the saying, money will make you more of who you are. Money, it humbles me. The more success I've had is like the more humble my ego dies, because I'm in awe. I feel so blessed and so lucky, and I have so much more to give because I'm not worried about how the fuck I'm going to pay my bills. I'm not caught up in the drama of it anymore. I'm not caught up in what my father did or my mother did or how this person did this to me, or I'm not caught up in what other people are going to think of me. I'm not caught up any longer getting on camera. I'm tired. I went for a massive hike this morning. Aria's not well. The night before I was up 5 times. I might string a sentence together. I might not. I don't care. I trust that what comes out of my mouth is enough. I really, when I'm sitting here doing my videos as well, it's really about a connection, vibration. It's not about us being perfect, right? It's about us connecting and having heart and intimacy. Once again, coming back, big word for me today. Intimacy. I want more intimacy. Intimacy in my marriage. Chris and I had a little tiny tiff yesterday. It wasn't really a tiff. It was something that we needed to talk about. And I had to explain to him. So I was trying to make a point about something, and he wanted to buy these new expensive iPhones. And I'm like, even, we've got the money. I don't want to spend money like that. That's not important to me. We have the latest stupid phones that we got, whatever. iPhone 10s, they're great, whatever. But I don't need to buy the next thing. And for me, that's not my priority. And it just triggered something in me. Anyway, he kind of walked off ahead of me. And it was to do about responsibility. And for me, a lot of the capital that I have is always, for me, I want to spread my message, and I want more structure and more support so that I can be really deeply nourished. That's my absolute, and so that I can be there for my father who's got bone cancer. I can be there for my daughter. I can take off time. I go on holidays. I want sustenance, and sustenance needs structure under it so you can build an empire, right? Serve more and be nourished from a place of fullness. So anyway, he some sales copy for her today. Anyway, she's in the love space, how helping women attract love. Anyway, so I just had to explain, and it's something that I've had to learn as well, that when you walk ahead of me and don't come to me and look at me in the eye and really, I want to feel heard, right? And I want to have more intimacy, and this isn't intimacy for me when you walk away. So come back, and this is what I want, and expressing what I want, expressing the desire for more intimacy, and then having to show somebody who's never received that level of intimacy in their life what that looks like. Anyway, it looks like for what I want, and I showed him that it's like really just taking me by the hand and saying, I hear you, I see you, I got your back. So that's also around claiming, which does relate to money and abundance. It's like claiming what we desire, communicating what we desire energetically and verbally, learning to have high emotional IQ and not blaming someone, hey, charisma, or shaming them, and asking them to give you what you also want is really, really important. So usually, if something shows up in my personal life, it's all related, isn't it? And then I've manifested that on some level. So then looking at, okay, well, what do I need to release or create to have more intimacy in my life? So, yeah, and my lady Botox girl just messaged me. I was saying, I think one eye looks a little bit more, needs a bit of help. Yes, I just did Botox for the first time about 6 months ago, just a little bit around my eyes, which I love. I'm not going to hide it. No shame, girlfriends, no shame. Live life how you want to live it. Okay, guys, so ask for what you want, communicate your needs, communicate from a place of love. Do an internal inquiry. Really, what do I desire? What do I want? And how does it feel? And then don't expect people to just get it. You have to communicate it. You have to set boundaries. You have to invite people into a new level. And mostly these people probably haven't even experienced what you're asking for. So you're going to have to be patient and loving and show them and explain to them what it is, what is intimacy. So my husband really hasn't experienced that from his early childhood. He doesn't even know what that looks and feels like, right? So anyway, I better go. I'm sending you so much love. I'll speak to you guys soon. Are you okay, Aria? What do you want us to do? You want to go on the swing? Okay. Are you feeling better? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to put Aria on this swing. Do you want to say goodbye to my friends?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Are you feeling a bit better now?
Yes.
Oh, we had a healing done on her too. I did, my friend. She did some healing on you, Joanne. Okay, bye guys. Sending you so much love.